Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Walking Out Wednesdays with Coach T. And of course, you know that is me. And here's where I try to give you guys some words to live by so that as we are all walking out this journey called life, we can get better at that walk. All right? So, this month, for the whole entire month of July, I am going to be in my series on what it is to be trustworthy. And the best way that I know how to explain that is to really start breaking down an understanding of the 4 qualities that I believe determine trustworthiness in a person. And I'm going to be breaking down, showing you the correlation of each one of these qualities to trustworthiness, okay? So tonight we're going to begin with trust itself. We must first understand what trust is, right? It's a quality we understand. We need to understand what it is. Trust, by definition, is the belief in the reliability, truth, or ability or strength of someone or something. So I believe that trust comes in 4 forms that I know about. The first would be the trust in things. Then you have the trust in yourself. Then you have trust in others, and of course you have trust in God. So let's start with trust in things, because this is the easiest trust to have. Why? Because we exhibit it every day. We exercise it every day without even thinking. It was like we're on autopilot. You don't believe me? Let me show you. I can prove it. When you go into a restaurant and when you go into a cafe and you pick a place to sit down, you immediately just sit down. You don't check to see if the chair is going to be sturdy. Why? Because you have a firm belief in the chair's ability to hold you up. Okay? When you walk up to a vending machine, you readily put your dollar in and you select a 75-cent item. Not only do you fully expect that the machine is going to make your item available for retrieval, you also fully expect that it's going to dispense out to you the exact change, 25 cents. You believe this, right? You know why you believe that? Because you have a firm belief in the automation of the vending machine. That's why you believe it. And it's always funny to me how we do things on autopilot. It never, in these situations, it never once crosses our minds that these things won't function properly. As a matter of fact, we deem these things to be reliable. Therefore, we automatically place our trust in these things. Okay? So, number 2 is trust in yourself, which can kind of really be a little bit hard sometimes, especially if you're unsure of your own ability. The only way that I know that you can combat this is that you have to establish trust in yourself by trying your hand at new things. I would say that you should probably start with things that you have an affinity to, things that you are already drawn to, things you're already interested in. Those are going to be, once you try your hand and you find identify the things that you are good at, begin to perfect those things. And this is going to create a level of confidence within you, and you will find that you trust yourself more and more as you begin to perfect those things that you are good at, right? Number 3, trust in others. Honestly, you're not going to trust anyone until they show you they can be trusted. But first, you have to actually establish some type of relationship with them. And then you have to set some type of level of expectations and boundaries that you both can agree upon. This then creates the foundation for the relationship, and it's the same foundation by which you examine their behaviors to see if they align with the agreement that you made. If it does not, that's when trust becomes questionable, right? Number 4, last but not least, trust in God. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because trust in God requires that you have faith in someone that you can't see. Amazingly enough, you can still meet and establish a relationship with God, and He is probably the only one that actually won't betray your trust, so your trust won't be misplaced in Him. He is the epitome of trustworthiness. So if you want a trustworthiness example, you need to be looking for him. Hopefully, I have laid a good foundation for you for the next 3 weeks of discussion. Make sure that you join me next week for the next quality in this discussion, which is transparency. Again, I am the Coach T, and hopefully I am making impact with you. I want you to always remember to just be you. See you next week.